And here are some other stories from across the world in World at a Glance.
Gregory Bovino has been removed from his role as the commander-at-large for the US Border Patrol and will return to his former job in California, where he is expected to retire soon. The US DHS, Customs and Border Protection and the White House did not immediately respond to requests for comment. President Donald Trump and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz each struck a conciliatory tone after a private phone call about immigration enforcement, a sign the two sides were seeking a way to end their standoff over a deportation drive that has claimed the lives of two US citizens in Minneapolis. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte said he and the US President Trump had agreed upon two work streams to diffuse the tensions between the US and the EU on the semi-autonomous territory, one being NATO's responsibility. The second work stream, in which NATO can have no part according to Rutte, were about the US, Denmark and Greenland continuing discussions. Meanwhile, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte insisted that Europe is incapable of defending itself without US military support and would have to more than double current military spending targets to be able to do so. The 32-nation military organization is bound together by a mutual defense clause, Article 5 of NATO's founding Washington Treaty, which commits every country to come to the defense of an ally whose territory is under threat. Chairman of China's National People's Congress Standing Committee met the Finnish Prime Minister in Beijing. Zhao said that Finland is one of the first Western countries to recognize and establish diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China, noting the two sides have always maintained friendly relations based on mutual respect and trust. During the talks in October 2024, Chinese President Xi Jinping and Finnish President Alexander Stubb reached important consensus on deepening the future-oriented new type cooperative partnership between the two countries. Major political parties held rallies across Japan to mark the beginning of a short campaigning period ahead of the upcoming February 8 snap election. Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi dissolved the lower house of parliament on Friday, paving the way for a national election as she seeks to capitalize on her strong public approval ratings. Speaking to a few dozen supporters from a secured campaign van parked in an empty taxi stand in central Tokyo, Takaichi made firm pledges to defend Japan's territorial integrity and improve the economic standing of its citizens. Meta platforms TikTok and YouTube will face courtroom scrutiny in the US over allegations that their platforms are fueling a youth mental health crisis as jury selection in a trial against them begins. The trial in California Superior Court, Los Angeles County, is a test case for thousands of other lawsuits seeking damages for social media harm in a legal onslaught that could erode big tech's long-standing legal defense. The plaintiff is a 19-year-old woman from California who says she became addicted to the company's platforms at a young age because of their attention-grabbing design, according to court filings. A devastating case of subsidence in Nisemi, Sicily, provoked by Cyclone Harry and days of heavy rainfall, has left an entire neighborhood perilously teetering on the edge of a deep ravine and has forced the urgent evacuation of approximately 1,000 residents. Dramatic images of homes and buildings hanging precariously on the brink of falling have shocked Italy, all caused by the severe impact of the ongoing severe weather across southern regions.